Hey guys, Kirsty Snyder here alongside Daniel Comp with a couple special guests that you'll see here in a moment. If you're on the replay, please pay attention completely because everything we're going to talk about tonight expires this weekend, and we want you a part of it if you find that it aligns with your goals for where you want to see yourself financially and otherwise, which we'll dive into tonight. Whoever got you on this replay is serious about taking care of your success, and we want you in if you want in also. Now we're going to let everyone in on Zoom teaching this live. Make sure to pay attention all the way through so you have all the information and you are in it to win it. Okay. No matter where in the world you are tuning in from, please let me know in the chat how serious you are about making money online. You've been around the block with Daniel and me before. How serious are you about making money online from your phone? Holly is very serious. Love it. Good. All y'all are serious. Love it. All those coming in. Me, Tabby says. Love it. Listen, what we're going to cover tonight is going to be something that we've never exposed before. It's going to be quite emotional if I'm shooting it to you straight because of all the changes and all the impact that we have together as a team. Whether you have been around the block with me and Daniel before or you are very, very new. You're extremely serious about it, Jeff. You're really serious about it, Mark. Please tune in the entire time and understand everything that we've got for you is here with purpose, and everything that we have for you can be done and successfully done no matter how much experience you have, no matter how many paychecks you've had through and with us, or if this is your first time and you're finally on the brink of succeeding. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you a little teaser and then we're going to toss it to Daniel here for a moment, and then we'll bring on a couple special guests. First, I want you to know that everything we're going to discuss tonight is about the time freedom you crave. It is about the future and impact that you can have. And it is about how the timing and positioning right now is correct for you if you lean into it. Deal? Put deal in the chat for me if you smell a little bit of what I'm stepping in here. Okay? Catch what I'm throwing? Good. Okay, good. Now, Daniel and I have worked together since 2020. A lot of you guys know him. You've seen him around the block. It's been very familiar with you for how we can succeed online. And tonight we're transitioning into something that drives more impact. And Daniel is going to share his story and why it matters now. Okay, Daniel, take the floor for me.
I could not be like on the edge of my seat, fired up and excited for it right now. So if you guys are excited, comment excited. Let me know. Shout it from the rooftops. Pop it in there. Let's get some excitement comments going here. I'm just getting myself set up. So I got the double monitors going, all that good stuff so I can see everything. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart and everybody else's heart for being here. We got some special guests like Kirsty mentioned. So first off, like I said, let me backtrack. A couple weeks ago, I made an announcement to all of you guys. I made an announcement on social, on my YouTube channel, some other channels. I said, hey, you know what? I'm kind of taking a little step back right now, and I need to take some time for my family. I need to kind of step back and get off of social and just kind of really recharge, refocus my energy, refocus my thoughts, and just kind of really get clear on my intentions and clear where I really want to go for the remainder of this year, and especially heading into next year. And what was really awesome is you guys just gave a complete outpouring of affection. And the crazy part is during this time frame, I made this announcement on a Monday, and on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday that week, I was literally, reaching out to a lot of you guys. I was calling a lot of you guys. I was text messaging a lot of you guys. And I wanted to connect with you because I wanted to make sure that you guys were okay. No more live webinars and all that other stuff that we were used to for many, many years. And you guys flipped it back on me and you're like, oh no, Daniel, we wanted to check in on you, wanted to make sure that you were okay. And that was just absolutely awesome, guys. And it literally just, it just touched me in a lot of ways. So I appreciate you guys for being here and obviously reaching out to me. And I couldn't thank you guys enough. And you have to pardon me. I'm literally doing double duty. I'm talking to you guys and I'm letting everybody in. We got more and more and more people jumping on board here, which is absolutely awesome. So while I was in this time, guys, I really took some time to, really just get focused with myself, get focused with my family, my wife, clear with my thoughts, where I want to go, what I want to do. And one word kept coming to mind. And I shared this with you guys in a video. I want to share it again with you guys now because this is really going to kind of be the theme for tonight and really the theme moving forward. And that is simplicity. Okay. I am craving simplicity, not only for me, but I'm craving simplicity for you. Simplicity in life, simplicity with health, simplicity in business, simplicity with everything we do. I'm just craving simplicity. And I was able to get really, really clear with my thoughts. And that is going to be the ultimate focus. And like I said, you guys are going to hear more and more and more about that word tonight, simplicity. Now, I will tell you that you guys know me. I've been a marketer for many, many, many years. We've been doing our team thing for many, many years. And as we transition into the rest of tonight and everything that you guys are going to hear, I want to share this with you guys, okay? Something was brought to my attention several weeks ago. I think it was probably close to a month ago at this point. And when this was first introduced to me, I'm going to be real with you guys. I scoffed at it. I just said, not interested whatsoever. Like, not even in the slightest. Okay. Not even in the slightest. So that happened. And then the person that introduced this to me just said, okay, that's cool. I get it. But just watch this video. I was like, all right, whatever. I'll watch the video. I don't care. And then I watched the video and I went, oh my God, are you kidding me? And now it had my attention. Now it absolutely had my attention. And then I was like, you know what? Listen, if I'm going to do anything new, if I'm going to look at anything new, if I'm even going to toy with the idea of marketing something new, being part of something new, and just going in that general route, I got to be a guinea pig. And you guys know me. You guys have experienced this over the years. Like before I introduce anything to you, I literally test it myself. I said, I need to be a guinea pig of this. And so I did. I became my own guinea pig, and I even documented and recorded my journey through this process. And I was absolutely blown the F away. Pardon me, but I'm getting excited. When I get excited, I swear. So if I drop an F bomb here and there, just bear with me. It is what it is. But guys, like I got super excited, super incredible results. And you're probably thinking, "All right, what results did you get? You know, what are you even talking about?" And I know I'm being kind of gray here, but just you're going to hear all about this. But needless to say, I got really amazing results. And I want to thank Kirsty for even showing this to me because it's literally having a major effect positively on myself and, you know, obviously business and the future going forward. So I'm just super happy that it was introduced to me. And even though, yes, I fully admit that I scoffed at it at first, I didn't want to have anything to do with it. I'm so glad I actually opened my eyes and I took a look at it. So, I want to give Kirsty an opportunity to share why she is super excited for you guys tonight, because a lot of you guys may know or may not know, you know, Kirsty's been my business partner for many years on the back end, in the trenches, creating that content, doing all the work, creating the training videos, partnering me with on the funnels, the creation of so many things and so many things that we have been able to accomplish. She's my sister from another mister. So without any further ado, not to mention, she's also, you know, whatever she does, she absolutely crushes it in a major way. So without any further ado, Kirsty, thank you so much for being part of this, being here, putting your energy towards this, introducing this to me, and just, you know, the energy that you bring, it's contagious. It really is. And I'm super excited for people to hear from you and hear why you're excited tonight.
So I'm going to be very straight up and straightforward with you guys. When I sent this information to Daniel, it was a really emotional thing for me because it has such dramatic impact for myself and for my direct family. Okay. My family, I come from a family of 9 kids. 9, yeah, from the same parents. Go ahead and drop your jaw now. I know. 9 kids, oldest daughter, second oldest. My older brother is 15 months older. My youngest brother is about 17. He'll be 18 next April. Okay. Lots of kids, lots going on, lots of family, grandkids, in laws, all the things. And I'm going to shoot it to you straight. The reason I stumbled on this, what felt like an accident, but then felt very serendipitous, was to find out for myself, for the struggles I had over the summer, and for my siblings. Okay. Keeping that in mind, I'm going to just lay it out on the floor. Since starting this information that we're going to go over now, I've been able to attain better health I've been able to get levels back that my doctor couldn't explain. I have also been able to directly impact my siblings, all of which have really, really sad and really, really hard results in their life right now. 5 of my siblings are obese. 1 has PCOS. 3 of them have diabetes. Okay. Very, very hard for me to talk about. And when I inquired about this, I was just looking for myself to help myself out with, some magic type of thing. And I stumbled on what we're going to talk about now. Okay. As you can probably gauge me talking about my siblings, it's in the health industry. No, it is not a lotion and potion, some kind of BS that people want to try and sell you in this industry. It is proven to work. It is proven to work or your money back. It's FDA approved, has 5 patents, and is actually in the PDR. If you know what the PDR is, put the acronym in the chat now for me, where you could talk to your doctor about what we're going to discuss, and they could look it up and verify that it's legitimate, not just another lotion and potion and a bunch of BS. Okay? If that makes sense, drop the word yes in the chat for me. Okay? Now, the reason I share this is because my personal experience has been where over the summer, I gained 18 pounds. Now, if you know me at all, you know that I exercise, I'm fit, I'm lean, I take care of myself. And to gain 18 pounds out of what felt like nowhere was incredibly frustrating. When I went and saw my doctor about it, my testosterone was in the gutter. My iron was depleted worse than just deficiency. I shouldn't have been functioning, okay? That's how she made it sound. And she couldn't describe what happened. Knowing my family, knowing my siblings, no, I'm not obese. No, I don't have all the different problems that they have, like being pre-diabetic or anything. But without the explanation, I was really, really scared. You guys ever been there before? Drop the word yes if you have. Drop the word yes if that's been you or someone close to you. Please drop the word yes so I know that you're catching what I'm throwing here. Now, since beginning what I talked to Daniel about when he scoffed at it, haha, me too. When I was first sent this information, I rolled my eyes. And by the time that the first gal spoke and the information I got, I was jaw dropped. Since that time up to now, I have released 21 pounds. 21. So I'm down 3 compared to the random gain over the summer of 18. My levels are back to normal. My A1C went down, which is really, really good. If you know what that is, drop A1C in the chat. And my iron is back normalized, which was a huge deal because over the summer, literally over the summer, I'd rather stay in my bed till 11 a.m. because I literally was that exhausted. It was horrible. It felt gross. It felt disgusting. It felt like all of a sudden I was in a lot of trouble and no one could explain why. It didn't make any sense to me. Okay. So I inquired on Facebook. I'm in a Facebook group and I inquired about it. I said, hey, if I am looking to lose weight, but I don't want to do shots or pills or anything that's harmful to my body, what would I do? I'm just thinking they're going to send me an Amazon link or something, right? No. The protocol that we're going to talk about tonight not only will give you results with your health, but you can run it entirely as a business and get Friday paychecks. You want Friday paychecks? Drop the word Friday for me. Just drop the word Friday, okay? Now, with everything that we've done inside of our brand since 2020, you know for a fact, right? Drop a yes in the chat if you feel me. You know for a fact that everything that Daniel and I launched to you is vetted, is discussed, and is actually helpful. The difference with this is that it's proven to work as a customer or as a moneymaker with it. It's proven to work so much so that there's no risk for you and you get your money back if it for some reason it does not work. Okay. And because it's scientifically proven, you know that you're stepping into something with Daniel and me that is actual, that's factual, and that can create lasting impact. Now, something that I always say, impact over influence. Drop that phrase in the chat if you feel me. Okay. I say impact over influence all the time because influence is this fleeting emotion that maybe a person changes for a second, but they don't do the 160 that's needed. Impact is where you are a completely changed person. To have my levels go back to normal and not explained by my doctor, but now she's inquiring about what it is I'm doing. To have the weight release and stay off, and now I feel even better than I have in a very long time, and you can have the same, it really speaks volumes to what we're going to discuss tonight. You feel me? We are here to create simplicity alongside you, to create impact that's guaranteed to work, and allow you the proper steps in which to do it. To the degree that we have a special guest on tonight named Trent. Trent, that I'm going to introduce here in a second, has been around this block. In fact, not to go into it or get too crazy, but he does multiple six figures every single month in take home profit amounts paid to him every single Friday because of what we're discussing now. And let me just tell you, Trent is a person that I used to work my 9 to 5 job with like a decade ago. Remember him, could like drive to his house. We used to live close by, all the things. I promise you, we wouldn't be getting into a weird BS type of thing with physical products, with anything health, if it was just another thing. Okay. Trent, not just because we have a relationship in the past, like a decade ago, but Trent knows what the heck he's talking about. He is driving that impact that we're discussing, and we couldn't be more thrilled to have him here. He's our special guest, and he's going to take the floor now for you guys.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Kirsty. I'm excited to be here. I don't know any of you except for, a couple of you. And so my name's Trent. I'll introduce myself kind of as I go here. And if it's all right, I'm going to share my screen. I'll probably hop on different screens because what I'm going to share is more important to be seen than even heard. So we have a product that has 5 patents on it. So nobody can copy it. We have more than 20 clinical studies that prove that this is going to change the world. Now, I know that that sounds audacious. It might sound like I'm exaggerating. I want to give you some proof and back that up a little bit. This often works as well as, and sometimes even better than, medication for weight control, but more specifically, blood sugar control, cholesterol, triglycerides, anything related either directly or indirectly to insulin resistance. This is incredible for. And nobody knows about this yet. It's very, very low awareness about this product. And so this is something that as I was studying and looking for something that could get me out of my situation, this came into my life as a godsend. And I believe that it will be disruptive. And the good news is we have figured out how to sell it online in mass. And we've figured out how to help other people sell it online in mass. So I want to show you exactly what this is and what it looks like. And I'll share a different screen now. I started in June 2022, really promoting this protocol. By the end of July, the following month, I had made over $40,000. And that money came at a time when it literally saved my rear end. I was, for the first time in months, able to make a deposit to my savings account instead of a withdrawal. And by the following month, so about 90 days after getting set up to sell this and promote it online, I made over $100,000 in net commissions in a month. And I was like, well, hey, this is awesome, but there's no way this is sustainable. But now for 36 consecutive months, we have averaged that or better every single month. We have multiple people, I mean, hundreds of people that are copying what we're doing in different countries, in this country, and it is working so fantastically. So let me explain what it is so that we can, cut the tension here a little bit. In order to have a big business, in order to have something that will pay you long term, you have to solve a real problem for someone. And the problem that we are interested in really attacking is a problem known as insulin resistance. And if you've never heard of that, don't worry, you will. This is at the tip of the tongue right now of every scientist, every doctor, all the medical health professionals agree that if there was one problem to really attack, it would be this one. Because by solving this underlying problem, we could solve some of the world's biggest problems, things like obesity and fatty liver and heart disease. I mean, heart disease is the #1 killer in the world. Cancer is the #2 killer in the world. My grandparents got hit really hard with Alzheimer's. It was devastating. My dad died from insulin resistance. Stage 4 colon cancer eventually killed him, right? Think of the people that you know and love. Think of going to a family reunion. You might just be sitting in a room with people right now. And as you look around, you see these problems everywhere. It is crippling our nation, and these people are suffering. And we have a solution for these people. Our solution is one that is natural. There are no drugs in it. This is not a pharmaceutical. This would be considered a nutraceutical because it is natural without any medication. Kirsty talked about this. If there was a skeptical doctor, and maybe we have a skeptical doctor on the line, if so, we're glad you're here. Any skeptic can just look it up in the physician's desk reference, and they will see, holy cow, how have I never heard of this? This sounds great. Yeah, tell me how that goes. That sounds awesome. It is now HSA qualified and FSA qualified. I had a person this morning buy 2 sets of it. A stranger on TikTok ordered 2 sets for me with his HSA. We have it in more than 50 different countries. We're getting sales from Sweden to Singapore, and it is guaranteed to work for everyone that uses it. Every single person is left 100% better than we found them, guaranteed. And they can prove that. They can measure that with a blood test that they do with their doctor. So every person that orders it gets to try it risk-free. 90 days. They can use every packet in the box. And if their blood work, if their body, if their results aren't measurably better, they can just get a refund. Okay, so it's also very affordable. People that are struggling financially, poor people can afford this. It costs about $5 a day, which is about what people spend on a cup of coffee at Starbucks. And it's very simple. One of them is something you sip whenever you're not eating. The other is something you take before eating. It is that simple. Without the protocol, most people spike their blood sugar and their insulin throughout the day. And when you spike your blood sugar and insulin throughout the day, you store a lot of fat on your body and you do damage to your body. And what we are simply doing on this protocol is we are controlling the blood sugar and the insulin as best we can. And as we control that, the body is able to burn fat and it gets relief from the damage. Now, this is a massive market. I know many of you are familiar with this market and just how massive and truthfully competitive it is. Fortunately for us, none of our competitors are companies that people want to do business with if they can avoid it. All of these are expensive. All of these have serious side effects, and none of them are actually guaranteed to even solve the real underlying problem, right? Whereas what we have, of course, is guaranteed. It is natural. It's much less expensive. It often works as well as, and sometimes better than statins for cholesterol. It often works as well as, and sometimes better than metformin for blood sugar. This will be disruptive. This will be part, in my opinion, of the de-pharmification of the United States and eventually of the world. Now, I'm going to pause here and take a quick detour. We have figured out how to sell this and how to get orders from strangers all over the world without spending any money on ads or marketing. I have not spent any money on ads, clicks, marketing, any of that. It has all been organic. And just to give you some proof, this is actually one of my accounts. I now have 5 accounts with the manufacturer. This is my largest account. And this account has 9,000 unique customers that have now bought at least one time. These are not affiliates. They are not people promoting it. These are just people that have seen my content, clicked my link, and ordered at least one time. So this guy, David, this is the gentleman who is a total stranger that ordered today. Here's Kelly. Kelly has now ordered 5 times. Kara has ordered 10 times. Mason has ordered 15 times. Here's Deepa Gangoda, who is actually in Australia. I don't know any of these people. 22 times, 7 times, 38 times, 18 times. Here's an order from Belgium. Here's another one from Australia. Every order, every reorder is residual income for me as an affiliate. Every order, every reorder is residual income for you as an affiliate. And nobody orders anything 38 times in a row that doesn't work, right? So because the product works so well, there is retention. And because there is retention, there is residual. And that residual is truthfully the best thing I've ever tasted. My whole life, I have been stuck in transactional income where it's like work, get paid. Don't work, don't get paid. Or, make a sale, get paid. No sale, no pay. Finally, I have real residual that comes from making life better for people and reducing their suffering, right? So, where are these orders coming from? How does the math add up? And why are we talking to you about it instead of just keeping this to ourselves? So the company came out with an affiliate program that is just about the coolest thing on planet Earth. It is very rich and it is also very, very simple. How it works is that when somebody orders the product, you get a residual depending on where they are in the world. It's usually between $20 and $25. Okay. So let's use 25 because that's easier math for me. Every time somebody orders or reorders, you get paid the $25, right? Now, your commissions don't just come from your sales or people clicking your link. When your customers refer other customers, you get the $25 on all of those people as well. So if you are an affiliate, like I'm an affiliate, and you refer Bob, and Bob refers other people, you get the $25 on Bob, on Sue, on Joe, on Jill, and on everybody else that those customers might refer. This gives you leverage, and most of these health problems run in families. And so sometimes getting one customer like a Bob can lead to 4 customers, right? The other thing that the company does is they pay a tiered affiliate commission or a tiered affiliate commission. So when you refer another affiliate, you get a portion of all of their sales. Here's an example. I had a gentleman named Mario in Houston see my video on TikTok. He ordered the product. In 8 days, he was off his metformin. His blood sugar looked better than it had in years. Mario said, Trent, I want to start making videos on TikTok telling people in Spanish what I'm doing and how this worked. In 90 days, Mario and his wife signed up 1,500 strangers in this Latino community on TikTok. Okay. In 90 days of doing this, they were making the $25 on those 1,500 people. You do the math, $25 times 1,500 people. They were making about $40,000 a month just on their customers. And I got 5 to 10% on all of their sales because they were one level removed from me. And what we're doing on this call and our goal with all of this is we have a vision to be the pioneers of a massive distribution channel where we can eventually have multiple affiliates, dozens of affiliates, hundreds and even thousands of affiliates all over the world, and have a small portion of each of the sales made by those affiliates trickle back to our bank accounts. That is the goal. Not our bank accounts in terms of Trent's. I'm talking ours in terms of all of ours, yours, right? That is the vision with this. And that is true for 12 levels of separation from each affiliate. So if you join, 12 levels of affiliates trickle back to you. If hopefully that's not too complicated. Okay. So what I did when I got started is I actually bought a franchise from the manufacturer. I was in a difficult spot. I didn't have very much money because of the situation that I shared with all of you. I was in dire straits, and so I couldn't afford to start a traditional business. I also couldn't really afford to start over somewhere. And so this to me was a godsend. And what I did is I actually bought a franchise. I invested $1,500 to buy the franchise from the company. But the company gave me 10 sets of the product. And by simply moving 10 sets of the product to 10 people, we can recoup our investment. So then after getting 10 customers, I can recoup my investment and I own this thing now free and clear, right? The company is doing all of the fulfillment. There's no way on earth I'm going to ship boxes to 9,000 plus people every time they order or reorder, right? The company handles all the fulfillment. It's like drop shipping in that regard. All I do is make the content. I follow our system. I make the content. People see the content. They click the link. They order, and I get paid. What our team does is we have a system now that teaches each of our affiliates how to do what we are doing, how to get customers, how to get sub affiliates. For people that don't know how to use social media, we teach them how to do social media. Some people don't want to be on social media. We teach them how to do this without social media. And every week we have multiple trainings to help our people copy what we're doing, right? So on this last slide, I want to give a small little snapshot. It's just a little tiny sliver of what would be possible for somebody that maybe didn't want to use social media. All right. Let's say that without social media, you're like, hey, if this stuff really works, and if this stuff is really guaranteed, I could get 10 people to try this. If you had 10 customers on the product, you'd recoup your investment. And 10 times $25, you'd be making about $250 a month in residual commissions. Well, if you then simply taught a few sub affiliates, let's say you taught 5 subs how to build a 10 customer business, that would lift your income. It would actually double your income. Now you're earning some from your customers and some from their customers. As they duplicate and teach others, as we build this affiliate channel, your income can go up exponentially with duplication. And so just from a small side hustle, somebody can get a significant amount of income. And we have people that are doing this. In fact, we have people that are making 10 times this amount, right? Of course, this is just a little sliver of what's possible with duplication. All right. Now, I want to just show you, hopefully I've got a visual here. Let me stop the share. I want to show, if you were here, I'd show you. And maybe if you can spotlight me, this might be visible. So I went on this protocol and it was absolute. Let's see if I can. Are you able to see this, Kirsty? Okay, people can see it. All right. So I went on this protocol and it was life-changing for me. I started talking about it to people that I know who had bad blood. All their blood work was in the danger zone. And in 90 days, they lost their visceral fat and fixed all their blood work. This is Despy. She was on the protocol for 11 months. She looks like a different person. Okay. She lost over 100 pounds in that first year and reduced her A1C from a 14 down to the 4s. I mean, she reversed her situation. This is Claudia, a type 2 diabetic for 23 years. She is off all of her medication. And after 23 years of type 2 diabetes, she doesn't have diabetes anymore. This is my buddy Cody, who I think actually worked with me and Kirsty back in the day. He went on this product and in about 6 months, totally changed his life. Here's Mario that I was telling you about that signed up all the Latinos on TikTok. This is my older sister who, when she saw what I was doing, was like, I want to do it too. She was a hairdresser and now she makes more per month than she used to make in a year cutting hair. This works. And maybe just in conclusion, what we have done, and I know that Kirsty and Daniel with their skill set are going to make this way, way better. What we have done is we have built an academy that teaches each of our affiliate partners how to copy exactly what we're doing. We teach them how to sell their 10-pack. We teach them how to do social media marketing. We actually give them, in fact, we give them videos that they can literally copy. I don't want to steal Daniel or Kirsty's thunder, so I better stop here because I know you guys are going to talk about some of the tools in the offer. But this is real. This works. And I think I'm out of time, so I'll zip it from here, Kirsty and Daniel, unless you have something you were hoping that I would say and I've gone rogue on you.
I
Now,
do I do
Trent,
want to throw it out there that you were Trent, you were just showing the training site there. That team training site is literally like what Kirsty and I have always dreamed like the TFD training site would be. It's just it's a training site on steroids with the leaderboards, with the communication tools, and just everything in there, being able to track progress. It's just, again, I go back to simplicity. Everything is there without having to build or create anything. Everything's there. It's just simple.
Yep.
Uh, Thank you. I'm so excited about you guys because you guys come to the table with so much skill. I mean, most of us got started with this having no clue how to do any kind of e-commerce or any kind of online marketing. And you guys have such muscle already that I think you'll be really, I mean, you've already proven that you're very, very quick learners at this and you guys are doing great work. So I also have Sheridan and Joey here. Did you want me to mention them?
Yes, for
Yeah,
sure.
you brought some guests along with you, so I know obviously they've been partnered with you for a little while. Would love to, I know not only myself but some others that are here would love to hear from them as well, just to kind of share their story, what they've experienced. Obviously, being on the protocol as well as maybe some income too.
I think they're muted now, but Sheridan and Joey, so I'll just introduce them briefly. I went to high school with Joey. I've known Joey for over 20 years. We've been buddies for a long time. And he and his beautiful wife, Sheridan, have started doing this. And they are so excellent at it. I'm so excited for them. So I'll let you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Okay, yeah. So my husband actually introduced me to these products first. And before I was struggling with depression and anxiety, I was struggling with chronic fatigue, IBS, skin tags, hair loss, like a whole host of issues. And I literally did this to prove my husband wrong because he tried to get me to use this for a while. And I was like, no, 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 not interested.
You guys don't have to deal with that, right?
Yeah. And so Um, but after, within a couple weeks, I had family members point out to me the changes and they had no like interest in, and some of them didn't even know that I was taking this. So to have family members point out the benefits in me was huge. And so I started sharing about it with just a couple hours a week and it started taking off and my social media has grown to 70 something thousand on TikTok, 40 something on Instagram, 90,000 on Facebook. And I had a viral sales video which was awesome and got like around $600 or 600 sales from that
In a weekend.
yeah, just within a couple weeks. So anyway, I
Can you
was
say that again from so they can hear it back in the cheap seats? You got how many sales in a weekend?
about 600, within a couple weeks. So,
And
but
Daniel can do the math for you later, but that's about
That's
15
about 15
grand.
G's.
Yeah, in one video. It was awesome.
but I've been able to 10x what I was doing cleaning houses or organizing homes before doing this. And, because it's taken off, my husband joined me as well. So,
Yeah, so I'm here because of my beautiful wife, 100%. And, I'm excited about this mission, and that's what's driving us. Actually, like Trent said, we've known each other for a long time, and he is magnetic, and he's helping other people duplicate what he's done. I don't know how many millionaires Trent's created on his team, but it's a lot. And so we're so thankful for Trent. Kirsty is like a bottle of dynamite, and we're learning from her so much. We're so excited to work with her. And Daniel's the coolest guy east of the Mississippi, but this has really taken us. It's changed our life completely. So 2 years ago is when her health completely changed. A night and day different person, and I love it. I'm here for it. And because of her success, it gave us enough of a buffer and flexibility where, I had a pretty good job. It took us overseas. We actually lived in Australia, then we lived in the Emirates, and then we're here in the US. But I left my corporate job after a couple decades of being in sales, and I'm doing this full time now because of her. So again, sometimes those healthy conversations in marriage where you're proving each other wrong, they work out. But it's also helped my health where I dealt with skin issues for many, many years. And in fact, I had a couple staph infections that landed me in the hospital, and I dealt with some annoying things. And this has completely got rid of my skin issues, my inflammation. I no longer wake up and pop 4 ibuprofen every morning just to feel normal. All that fogginess is gone. So we all have symptoms. I mean, most Americans have symptoms of insulin resistance, and they They show in different ways, but this has totally changed our health and our wealth thanks to people like Trent. So thank you. And again, if you know Kirsty and Daniel, you're in good hands.
Yeah, just copying what they're doing.
Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate you guys saying that. And hey, somebody asked in the comments, this looks like a lot of work. Is it a lot of work? And I want to let everybody know this was a lot of work, and it still is a lot of work. I don't believe in something for nothing. I believe that, what I was looking for when I was in a tough spot was I was looking for a vehicle where if I put in the work, I could get rewarded, instead of a vehicle where I might put in the work and work and work and work and remain stuck. And so this is a vehicle that helped me get unstuck. But yeah, it does take some work. It does take some time. You got to be open-minded. You got to be teachable. And there was a season, especially in the beginning. I can't, and this is the truth. There was a season in the beginning where the juice wasn't worth the squeeze for me. Like I was working and doing it and doing it and doing it. And there was probably a good month or so where I was like, this isn't working. But then I had a video break out and break through, and then another one, and then another one. And so in the beginning, it's true that the juice may not feel like it's worth the squeeze, but like anything else, if you're consistent and you follow what works, you can break through. And so I would just encourage you to just really, if you're going to do this, give it the time, give it the commitment, be open-minded and teachable, right? Follow what works, follow the system we put in place. I think it could work for certainly anybody that does that. All right, Daniel, sorry, I'll zip my lips. I'm going to mute myself.
No, you know what, Trent? I'm gonna
Trent,
throw
you're
you a
funny.
however on there. I mean, like anything, anything in life requires work, but I want to throw out a big, huge, fat however, because as a system designer myself, as and Kirsty knows from being in the trenches of the training site and creating training and all that, you have whatever struggles that you went through earlier trying to figure all this stuff out, you have streamlined the heck out of that. Because for me, I literally have it on another monitor right here. You're ready to record videos, and there's 10 of them in there. There's 10 folders, and I literally went into them very, very easily, saw the sample video because there's a demo video. And so for creating content, guys, like it couldn't be any more simple. You guys have heard me say that word simplicity tonight multiple times. It couldn't be any more simple to literally go into the shared file, watch the demo video, have the script, record it yourself, and you're in and out of that folder in minutes. And again, as a guinea pig, right? As a guinea pig, I went into this trying the product, trying the protocol, and also going through the training myself so I could test it and see how it all works. I took a brand new baby infant TikTok account, which most of you guys have never seen before because I was kind of doing it in silence on the side to see if it could work. And in a very short amount of time, we're talking like 10, 14 days here, I'm almost at 1,000 followers. I have one video that has over 300,000 views following the template. I mean, that's simple. That's really simple. I didn't have to go creating anything crazy. I didn't have to overthink stuff, all of that. Very, very simple.
So now what we have for you guys is the opportunity to partner with us. If you find that everything we talked about tonight is something that drives impact for you, aligns with your financial goals, and is something that you can see driving home where you want to be. Trent a couple times talked about transactional income compared to what I would say is walkaway income, passive income. Is it going to take a minute? Is it going to be a second of work? Yes. But if in 3 years you could be just like Trent, just like Sheridan and Joey, walking away from your 9-to-5 job, you guys have heard me say it before, you're not going to have that at your 9-to-5 job. You can't. Not because you're not valuable, but because that kind of mentality, transactional income, you have to be there in order to be paid, is the process that we're getting away from, right? It's what we crave for you. So Daniel's going to share screen now. He's going to give you guys the opportunity to partner with us in starting your own affiliate business inside of this, having the product sent to your door, having it utilized as a customer, but also as a distributor so that you can make money every Friday so that you can have residual paychecks every single month. And so you can partner with who the heck knows what they're doing, Trent, Sheridan, Joey, myself, Daniel, so that you can actually succeed and you can copy, paste, and profit. Like we've always said, but way more streamlined, way more simple, no headache, and real results that are guaranteed to work rather than things that maybe aren't guaranteed to work. Okay. Daniel, take over here for me.
Yeah, and that's just it, guys. I mean, this stuff, like I mentioned earlier, is just super, super, super simple. I've been testing it out, going through it, seeing incredible results already, seeing customers come in already, and it's literally just copy and paste for you guys, and really simple and easy to use. And you can follow it step by step. The training you get, it keeps track of all that stuff. So when we were thinking about, simplicity, and I was feeling that, thinking that, looking out into this next season, I wanted something to be really, really simple. I wanted to be able to put something in everybody's hand where they can experience an actual real result. So before we actually go through like everything that's in it for you guys, if you guys do decide to partner with us, before I want to take 5 seconds and I want to talk about, kind of like where we've been, what we've experienced. I've obviously seen in the comments somewhere, you guys have been saying like, hey, what about this? What about that? Like everything that we've done in the past, guys, isn't going anywhere. So if you guys are in our old team training site, you guys are using the funnels, you guys are promoting that, all that stuff. That's super, super cool. You guys can continue to do that. The group's going to be there. The system's going to be there. The training site's going to be there. The funnels are going to be there. None of that stuff is going away. So if you guys want to continue in that direction, you guys are more than welcome to. Okay. I just want to put that out there because, like I said, I've seen some questions come up. But for me, my focus, simplicity, a lot of the leaders on this team, we are, moving into a new season, moving into a new era, and we're super, super, super excited about this, to be able to, touch people, help them improve their lives, not only financially, but obviously from a health standpoint as well. And like I said, I've been testing this as a guinea pig myself. I am absolutely loving the results. I'm going to be giving this my wholehearted, full commitment moving forward. And I am super, super, super excited about that. So as far as limited time, guys, now the reason why this is limited, the reason why we are, there's a little bit of a crunch here for those of you guys that are serious and want to move forward with us. Trent has opened the doors, and I hope Trent knows us. Trent has opened the doors, and you guys got to realize, like, Trent has been making 6 figures a month for many, many, many years, and he's going to open up the doors. And for a very limited few of you guys that get started this week, we're all going to get together with him, and he's going to roll out his best action steps to moving forward. So there's a little bit of a crunch time on that. This is something that if you happen to watch this replay, a week from now, 2 weeks from now, this is not going to be available, guys. Okay. We're going to give you some of the top converting videos that are out there, from the top leaders in this company. We haven't even talked about a guy named Rav. Rav is literally making over 7 figures a month, guys. No joke. That's not an exaggeration. He is making some absolutely incredible income, guys. And these videos have millions and millions of views. They're going to be yours. So again, you can clone, copy, you can get started, you can get moving really, really quickly. Kirsty and I are going to be doing a masterclass for any of you guys that get started, how to literally get going in your first 10 days, exactly what to do, how to do it. Speed wins. You guys know this. The action takers are obviously going to really get the benefit here. So again, if you watch this 2, 3, 4 weeks out, you're watching that replay, some of these trainings that we're going to be doing are not going to be available for you. Okay. Now, obviously tonight, there are some things that are literally going to happen as soon as tomorrow. So this is why it's really, really important for action takers. And I've already had people literally getting started. I've already seen the emails coming in. Some of you guys aren't even waiting. But there's going to be some things that are happening literally tomorrow to help you guys get going and start out, because there's going to be a business presentation. There's going to be orientation literally tomorrow, guys. So timing is very, very, very critical. And the reason why we're really excited about this is we are ready to move. I already see a lot of me comments coming in there in the chat. So very, very, very excited about that. Now, one thing that I'm very excited about, and we've been talking about this literally leading up to tonight, is we love incentive trips. And there's going to be something that we do tonight. And I'm sure maybe Trent and Sheridan and Joe can talk about this a little bit here. But we are going to be doing some stacking. So this is something that we haven't really talked about before. We haven't really done before, but depending on who gets in first, who joins us first, we're going to be placing people by timestamp. Now, obviously, downline integrity here is obviously something that is very, very important to us. So we're going to be doing this leg by leg, making sure people get placed where they're supposed to be. Okay. But we're going to be stacking people first in, first come, first serve. And what this is going to do is this is going to help build you a stable downline. Okay. We're going to basically help build you what's something known as a power leg. Now, don't worry about binaries. This is not a binary compensation plan. You don't have to worry about strong leg, weak leg, or power legs or any of that sort of stuff. Okay. But we're going to help build you a stable leg if you decided to get started. A lot of me comments coming in, man. I love seeing that. So, why this is really cool is you have an opportunity to qualify for a free cruise. And by the way, this free cruise, anyone want to go on a free cruise? Comment the word cruise. Let me know. Okay. What's really cool about this is they don't just give you the free cruise. They're also going to give you a 2 hotel night stay, which I believe Sheridan, Joe, in the just give me a thumbs up. That's like for the night before and the night after the cruise, right? So that way you guys are covered for airfare. You don't got to worry about like flights and all that other stuff. You guys are going to be able to stay in a hotel as well before and after the cruise. So that's also included in there as well as the all-inclusive part of the cruise. So all your food and all your drink and all that good stuff being on the cruise. Now, I'm just going to drop this hint, and then I want to kick it over to Sheridan and Joe, because I know obviously they've been on some incentive trips before. They can speak to that. But if you guys get started with us and you guys lock in sooner than later, okay, all you're going to need to do throughout the month of September is get one business partner and literally one customer, and you will qualify for this cruise. So I want you guys to think about that. If you lock in and you get at the top of that stack, okay, one business partner, one customer, you're qualified for a free cruise. Now, Sheridan, Joe, Trent, if you're still there too, like you guys have been on these incentive trips. Tell us a little bit about your experience, whether it be on a cruise or any of the other trips you've gone on. What's in it for them if they qualify for something like this?
Oh man, that's a loaded question. Yeah, I could talk about this for hours because this is literally taking us all around the world. We actually just got back from the Four Seasons in Palm Beach in near Miami. Incredible. And everything's 5 stars. Like the company, again, the one prior to that, we were at the Intercontinental in Phu Quoc, Vietnam, for our convention in Bangkok. So what happened is the company chartered 4 jets, and we had this awesome convention in Bangkok. And I mean, Trent can talk about being put up in some amazing hotels, but they flew us from Bangkok to Vietnam after, where we enjoyed several more days at just a 5-star resort. So they're all about experiences, memories, things that you normally wouldn't do, because that's what people remember. The money's great, having time freedom is great, but these memories, that's life. And so, I mean, again, we've been to Japan and Korea and many others. Again, I've gone back to Dubai, but I could go on and on and on. You don't want to miss this, because the company literally rented out the entire cruise ship. I think it fits 3,500 people, and it's only going to have Unicity families on there. So, Daniel's team, Kirsty's team, Trent's team, it's just us and our families. That's it.
That's awesome. Awesome. So wanted to throw that out there, guys. Obviously, we're going to be doing a member stack. So first come, first serve here. And this is going to be extended through this week. But obviously, if you guys get in tonight, you're going to be right at the top. We're going to be able to place people underneath you there.
You asked about the days, the extra days at the hotel before the cruise. So this cruise is our cruise. There's nobody else on the cruise. They literally got the entire boat for us. And before the cruise, there is an event. And at the event, some of the biggest names in science and metabolic health are going to be speaking. So Dr. Jason Fung, the author of the Diabetes Code and the Obesity Code, is speaking at our event. Dr. Ben Bickman, this is the #1 expert in the world right now on insulin resistance. He is speaking. Dr. Jamie Seaman, who wrote the book Hard to Kill, right? We have an incredible cast of speakers speaking at the convention. After the convention, you get to go on the cruise. The cruise is going to be an opportunity to meet pretty much every major partner in the country. There's going to be tons of space on the boat because it's just for us, and it's going to be a blast. And I mean, I've never seen a promo as aggressive as what you guys are offering right now. So I think it's awesome. Definitely be there, be square.
Okay. So best thing you guys can do right now, okay, is get back to your original TFT sponsor. Okay. So do that, reach out to them and say, hey, I'm in. And for whatever crazy reason, all right, we want to make sure you guys have a lifeline. We want to make sure you guys have the opportunity to get your questions answered. We want to make sure that you guys obviously have an outlet for if you cannot get a hold of your TFT sponsor, or for whatever reason, if they're not moving forward, then you guys can text, okay, the word business partner to that number that you guys see on your screen right there. Okay, thank you for putting that down below. You guys can send a text to that number, and we will do everything we possibly can to line you guys up with the right person, so you can get back to that person. And just remember, guys, we're going by timestamp here, so we want to be able to put you at the top and get you guys locked and loaded so we can get you guys as close to qualified for this cruise as possible. And obviously, throughout the entire month, guys, we're going to be working with you to try to help you guys get fully qualified so you can get on this cruise. You guys can take part in this. You guys heard how awesome these events are. And you guys know this. We've talked about this for years on this team. Like, events are life-changing. So if you guys can experience this and be able to qualify for that, it's going to be absolutely awesome. And just remember, guys, like, speed wins. Speed wins here. And I can tell you from personal experience, I already got some other people that are going through this right now, guys. That training site is absolutely super, super, super simple. Making the content is super, super simple. It's just pure simplicity, guys. We got a great product, and like, we're literally promoting one thing. We're putting this product in people's hands. We're helping them feel good. It's tied to an incredible compensation plan, and everything about how we're promoting this is really, really, really simple, guys. It's just super, super simple. And you can take this and you can literally be up and running just minutes from right now, guys. So get back to that person that brought you into TFT, or get back to however you guys got here, whoever invited you here, get back with that person. Like I said, for whatever reason, if you can't find that person, you can text the word help or text the word business partner to that number that you guys see right there. Or for whatever reason, if you guys are overseas, you can reach out to myself. You can reach out to Kirsty on Facebook. Send us a message. We will help you that way. But text, by all means, will be the quickest and fastest way to get an answer and let us help you guys get in there and get rocking. So, Kirsty, anything else before we wrap up here?
Yeah, just real quick as a recap, you guys, we started into something what seemed accidental and turned into serendipity. And if you can catch what we're throwing as far as real impact over influence, as far as you understanding the real results of what Trent, Sheridan, Joey, myself, Daniel have described tonight, and you want in, please don't delay. It does expire, and we want you in if you align with it. Okay. So be sure to get back to your initial TFT sponsor. Get in if you align with it. Okay. Now, we are here to help you in every single capacity. So if you have a question or a thought that we didn't cover tonight, we are more than happy to answer it. Be sure to message us, or as you should, get back to your TFT sponsor. If they are not in yet, we'll be able to help you out. We will keep that in the right form, in the right stack, so that you know that we've got your back. Okay. Yep. Now, anything else we talked about tonight, if it went over your head, if it was a lot of information, if it was like, that's perfectly okay. We are here to help you understand it. So be sure to message Daniel or me if you've got a question and you need a little bit of different insight. Okay. We are not here to push you into it. Everything that we've done inside of TFT is still intact. Nothing's going away. Simply our focus, mine and Daniel's, is going into what you saw tonight with Trent, Joey, and Sheridan. Okay. If that's understood, please let us know in the chat. Drop a me real fast, and we will see you inside of the Facebook group here shortly. Yes, there will be a replay. Yes, you can look at this video again if you want to consume it once more, but be sure to get in if you align. Don't delay. you're worth it, aren't you? Okay. And we will see you guys in the group here in just a moment. Thanks for popping on tonight. We appreciate your time. Joey, Sheridan, Trent, thank you so much for being here. Hope you guys have an awesome, awesome evening, and we'll see you on the inside of this here in just a few. Thanks for coming on, you guys. Have a good one.